Listen, following football costs enough money already, so don't let your mobile bill mug you off. Rocket Mobile gives you unlimited everything for £16 a month. No nonsense. Powered by Vodafone and Free, plus exclusive content and prizes when you switch on over. Scan the QR code or click the link and put that cash back into football.
I worked at AFTV, I've got Robbie with me. We've just beaten Brentford 2-0 here at the Emirates. Rob, wasn't beautiful, but it's 3 points.
That's all it's about, man. Right now, it's all about the 3 points. Before we get into it, right, the Chelsea fans.
Yeah, I heard Maya say, I know Reece didn't play, he's the best midfielder, not even right back. I heard him say Caicedo, I saw Matisse, he was saying, he was like, what? You're supposed to be the best team in the world, best team in the world.
I'm glad you saw that, because Reece James, who, by the way, he did have a great game. But he
started
off as being a better right back than Timber, to then transition into
midfield.
They don't want to play him at
And he's
right
not
back,
playing,
right? They played him in midfield, right? And I said to them, I said to a Chelsea fan after the game, I go, yo, you're going to pay for that Caicedo. I said, when you're saying how great a player he is, right, he's a great player, but I go, he completely lost his head and he let you lot down. Right? I saw some stat today where they've only won 23% of games or something like that when he ain't played, right? And he's out for 3 games and he cost them. With their madness, running around, kicking each people on Sunday. They tried to rough us up. And how did it work out tonight, Chelsea? Yeah, you got beaten up at Leeds. A team in the bottom 3. So chill out. Wow. But going back to us tonight, that is why tonight was so important, right? Because, when you look at obviously City won last night. They, again,
tight game, no? Tight. I mean,
that turned out to be a tight game. You know what I mean? And how long are City going to be able to adopt this sort of we'll score more than you thing? That will run out. We know that. That's happened to us over the years. So, but listen, at the end of the day, they've got the 3 points. Yeah. So it was vital tonight that we won this game, right? You know what I mean? When you see Chelsea drop points, you see Liverpool drop points as well. Very essential that Arsenal keep winning games, right? And
who are you worried about?
We weren't at our best tonight.
Who are you worried about before you go on? Because I know you're going to say I'm not worried about no one, but out of all the teams, there's Chelsea,
Manchester City.
City are proving that they can go on.
Manchester City, Chelsea were on a great run last year, and then when they got to the Christmas period, right, they had cool kind of. Remember they lost to Ipswich. Yes. They had those crazy losses, right, and then they were out of it, right. So, whilst I think Chelsea are a very good side, right, I think they're going to have moments like this where they're inexperienced. They have to rotate a lot because they got players who can't play 2 games, can't stay fit as well, right? So for me, City, they've got the best striker in the world. You know what I mean? And they can outscore teams.
Liverpool out of it. They're not thinking like Liverpool too far gone.
I think after tonight,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
It's just too. Listen, it's not impossible, but they would have to go on an unbelievable run and I just don't see it in their team this year. And and that's imagine if Liverpool, for instance, have to turn up at a game like Stamford Bridge away without no Van Dijk and Konate. I know that people underestimate how well we've been doing.
No, I hear you. I hear you. They don't.
Man City have to go to say they got to turn up, at Stamford Bridge like we did on Saturday, our informed Stamford Bridge, without their 2 centre-backs are both missing, and say maybe Foden. Yeah, that's what we've been doing all season. So you see tonight, you know what I mean, like that's a completely, not only that was the first time this season that we've had Ben White, Mosquera and Hincapie. So the only person out of that back four, the established back four that's been playing, is Calafiori.
And he's barely left back. He runs, he's everywhere. He's not even in that back line. I saw him up front a lot of the time.
And what that's done is we've lost a little bit on the set pieces because those other guys are so great on the set pieces. Yeah. But what it is with this squad, they're handling every situation. Mosquera comes out, Timber comes in. Unbelievable when he came in. Unbelievable. Right? And we know that this Brentford team, their strength this season has been set pieces. Big them up. They've done brilliantly this season. On set pieces, they've been one of the best teams in the league. Agreed. They've got the long throw weapon, which is the best in the league. They from set, and we dealt with absolutely every set piece. The one time when they did kind of breach it, David Raya pulls off a great save. Right, great so save. That was impressive by Arsenal tonight, whilst not being vintage. But you're going to have games like that. That's what I'm saying to Ryan earlier. You can have games like that where you don't blow away teams. And it can be nervy because it's still only 1-0 and you know they're a threat on set pieces. And until that second goal goes in,
It's
you're
nervy.
worried.
It is nervy.
You're
But
worried,
will it
but-
catch up with us? That's what he's going to
Well,
keep saying
listen,
sustainability.
the
And you
squad-
said about, Liverpool, you said about Chelsea and it caught up with them. And Kai said, will it catch up with us?
Not catching up with us yet. We've had the injuries we've had to key players all season. It's not catching up because the squad's so good. Mikel Merino, remember, he's not probably your starter if absolutely everybody's peak fitness.
Great goal though.
Great goal, and on Sunday he scores.
Yeah.
That's Mikel Merino. He's coming. Mosquera comes in. He does brilliant. And Capia tonight, I thought was excellent. These are not your regular goals. Madueke had a hand in the first goal. So the squad is turning up. I think Andrea Berta, what he's done this season with the players that he's brought in and the consistency that those players have shown is unreal. If we can, and it's a big if because every game we seem to get someone go down injury, but if we can have a run of even 10, 15 games with the majority of players back, I see no reason why this team can't win the league because it's the best team in the league. And then we played half of this season without our full team.
A lot of teams have played with injuries, as in like injured players. Mate,
A lot of teams have, but
have?
the key players that we've been missing in so many games. I'm not on about one. Listen, every team has games where one or two man's out. I'm talking about you turn up at Stamford Bridge. As I said, if Liverpool turned up at Stamford Bridge, no Konate, no Van Dijk, what do you think's going to happen?
It's all over. Yeah, it's all over.
Right?
It's really
That's
all
what
over.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're having this on a consistent basis, but we're doing the business, and we're not moaning. What I liked about this season.
That's the point.
What I've liked about this season, we're not moaning about it.
get
We're
on
not
with it.
crying about it. We're saying, yeah, we've got a good squad. We've got a good squad. We're going to go to Villa Park this week. We don't even know who's going to be
Yeah, who's going to be available? Who's going to be
fit.
playing?
Mosquero's out now. No Mosquera.
Yeah,
Could
Rice-
Saliba be back? But
Rice
I
could be
know
out.
Rice could be out, but people will step up.
Well,
That's what
let's-
they've been doing.
the
We've been
great-
stepping up all year.
At least as long as we give the credit to the teams, like you said, no one's gonna give us the credit. As long as we give it to like you said, we've dealing with it very, very well. Quickly, is there any light? It's a bit of a different question. Is there a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for you to think these injuries are happening now at this stage? This is expected December, long run of fixtures. It's congested this month. Do you think get out of the way, back end of the season, as long as we get everyone fit in that back end?
That back end's really important to have as many of these players back fit as possible. It's good to see some of the forward players coming back. You know what I mean? Because I think the season breaks down into. That's why City, like you just said there, have done so well over the years. They've like literally broken the season down into sections. So first section, get through that.
In and around
second,
it, yeah.
and then that last section, zoom. Right? I think at the moment Arteta's really learnt, and he's doing that at the moment. He's breaking it into sections. First section so far has been brilliant.
Top of the league.
You know what I mean? Top of the league so far. You know what I mean? See out this Christmas period, they can get through that. Honestly, get players back. When you start to look at the games, you start to think, this, the tough games. We've got Liverpool, they've got to come to us though.
Yeah.
Chelsea have got to come to us. Man United have got to come to us. We've got those games out of the way. The toughest games we've got away from home after Christmas are probably to go
North London Derby.
away, North London Derby, which is always tricky because,
is.
and to go away to the Etihad. Both of those we didn't lose that last year. We won at the North London Derby last year, we won at the Etihad, right? So if we can get through this Christmas period, get players back, then we're starting to look good for that second period. Because as I said, we by the end of this season, by the end of this year, we would have gone away to Villa Park, we would have gone away to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, we'd have gone away to Liverpool, away to Old Trafford. We've done a lot of them. A lot of those teams that are chasing us. That's why as well, when people are away to Newcastle, that's another one. That's why as well, when a lot of people are breaking it down and they say, well, they're only a few points behind you, or this one's only a few points behind you, or this and that. They forget that a lot of teams. It's not always strictly that, because you got to also look at a lot of the games that certain teams have got coming up. I don't think City have been to a lot of those places yet. Chelsea haven't been to. I don't think Chelsea have been to the Etihad yet and places like that yet. So I think so far we've done brilliantly, but we've got to keep. We know what the Premier League is about: consistency.
100%.
That's why it's so hard to
It's
win.
not about the point gap. You're right. Sometimes you've got to look at the fixture list and say, what are the battles you got coming up? I'm going to take a little bit of a left turn. January, just quickly. I know it's coming up after December, of course. Is there someone or position you're looking at that you think Arsenal are going to show? Traditionally, Arsenal don't do much in January. With the window we had in the summer, are you saying listen, if we're going to go and win this league, you need to
Bro, we
do
keep
business.
getting these injuries. Might have to buy about another 5 players, bro. To see, you know what I mean? Trust me. You know what I mean?
Ain't even no space,
I
though.
mean, listen.
Robbie, back up to
What?
Declan Rice.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's a good
Declan
shout.
Rice.
Like somebody. But the thing is, how do you back up Declan
How?
Rice?
Because he ain't going
How
to
do you
get
back
game.
up? How do you kind of back up to Declan Rice, right? How do you? I don't know. Like I do feel that maybe in January they do need to maybe look at 1 or 2 players to bring in just to, if these injuries continue. You know what I mean? Or just maybe basing it off of what we've seen this season. We've suffered a lot of injuries, and
Will they?
maybe just to cover it off, just to cover off a couple of positions and just say, right, maybe we need to bring in a couple of. But to be fair, the squad's so fast coped, and I think that, you know, Andrea Berta, the job he's done in bringing in players. Imagine if he hadn't bought them.
Bro, no Saliba, no Gabriel. Bro, we'd have been crying.
If he hadn't have bought in the players that he bought in, where would we be? I'm telling you, man.
It'd be a dark
every
day.
top, because honestly, Trossard having a brilliant season injured. Out injured. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get all these players back, man. If we can get these players back, we're looking good for this league, man. I'm telling you.
The bench say
we can get them back. We're looking good.
Yeah, the bench say was phenomenal. We'll end just quickly. They gave Ben White the man of the match performance today. Do you argue that? Do you say Mikel Merino's been harshly done by? Do you think Ben White, on a return?
I think Ben White, for the fact that, you know, and we're going to do our player rating, so I don't want to reveal who my man of the match is. But I think Ben White today was brilliant. He showed a great level of fitness. He'd done the full 90 minutes. He coped well. I reckon they would have probably bought him off. And brought Timber on at some stage, but he played the full 90 minutes. He had an assist for the goal. He looked back to the Ben White that we know, man.
Correct.
He's marauding down that line. A link-up play, defending was great. You can't argue that. You know, in that standing game, great to see him back, man. You know, I mean, he's going to be important. And the thing about him is that he can play as a centre half. You know, and when Ryan's forgetting, you know, Ryan was forgetting earlier on. He said, "Oh, all these he's forgetting that we got pure centre backs."
I know,
remember,
facts.
right?
Facts.
Calafiori could play as a centre back. You could put Lewis Skelly there. Yeah, that's one place where we are stacked.
Yeah.
But we need to cut down. You know what I mean? Hopefully, God's looking down on us and say, right, no more injuries and bring everybody back. Because to me, if everybody comes back, it's going to be frightening. Trust me, because we've got a very, very good squad. And a guy said it earlier. I don't see this team getting 4s and 5s put past them and conceding. The City have conceded a lot of goals. Listen, they got the job done because they've got a world-class striker and they've got world-class players. And if you don't put them away, they've still got very good players. But I think overall as a team, I think we're a better side than City, but we've got to go and prove it.